what does this look like for you? What's that part, the spiritual part of the calling of where you are right now? What does that look like?
Um, Curiosity is one of the biggest words that I think for me. Now, I think it's important to know, or important to make it clear that a lot of times whenever we're in a job or whenever we're feeling a certain feeling, it's like, oh, we're no longer, maybe we're not happy in the job that we're doing, or maybe somebody's watching and they say, I can relate to that feeling of, I don't know where else I can go from here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my happiness is plateaued. I know a lot of the generic talks, I'm sure you've heard them too, where it's, find your passion and get really specific about what you want to do, and have your plan and all of that. I think, and I don't know, but for me, that has a lot of stress sometimes, because when you're going from one thing to the other, sometimes you don't know what you want to do. You don't have a clear plan. You're not like, oh, I know exactly what I want. You just feel what you don't want in the moment. You feel what you're not really, vibrating with in that
Yeah.
moment. So for me, when I think of spirituality, when I think of connection, or the things that really make me feel energized, I I think of it as an exploration. I think of it as curiosity. And for me, it's allowing, and I also want to caveat this with saying, like, I'm not saying that some people might not know exactly what they want to do. Some people
Right.
might have a very clear, direct calling into something that they know right off the bat, and they're just ignoring it. So they're miserable because they're living in fear, or they think, well, I might fail at that, so they don't do it. And
Right.
that's a totally different topic. So I think it is a spectrum of all sorts of different types of personalities and ways of viewing things and ways of being in the world. But I think the commonality is the fear of what is hindering you from making that decision. And I think for me, my spiritual inclination is to discover more about things that I don't know
Right.
about,